Nuggets coach. Just what's impressed you most about your team coming off a loss?
You know what? I like, people say what they say. You don't win, you lose. This is like still January, and we're just trying to figure out management of what that looks like for us. And I just didn't like the way we started our first quarter off. I certainly think that I wasn't the best coach at the first 5 minutes of the game. I have to make certain I get better. Watching the game 4 times, I realized there's some things that we left our point guard out there to dry a lot, and we fixed some of those things. And they're a good team, but we're a good team as well. I'd like to play them again, because I think that we learned some lessons that's going to be really a blessing for us at the other side of this thing. So we're still in January, and I'm really excited about different people stepping up.
And what were some of those lessons that you think you learned?
We can't let Dom get, pushed to the corner in one way. We got to have a release person for her, and if there's a release person for her, and we all can bring it up. So we can bring it up. Shai can bring it up. And Layla can bring it up as well. And we just let Dom stay out there for too long by herself. And I think that we can get those minutes back. I think we can change some of the narrative.
Coach, what do you think changed most in that fourth quarter that allowed you to have a little bit of a comeback?
We adjusted. We adjusted as coaches. We adjusted as teammates. We adjusted as a team. And but then the clock ran out, right? And so we just, we scored. We did a great job in the last 2 overtime games we played. So when we went to overtime, we thought that we really had a shot because we can score in overtime, but we didn't score in overtime. So when we got back here, we worked on quick scores. And so if we ever get in that situation again, we know how to do that.
You've spoken a lot about Uche and now being named on the watch list for Defense Player of the Year. What's continued to impress you about her as she's continued to develop?
Uche's work ethic is what really impresses me. You don't know whether she played 7 minutes or 41 minutes because when she comes to practice, she goes 100% all the time. No excuses. Let's go. Let's play. Then she come back and get shots up. That's a sign of somebody that's here for a particular reason. Get a great education and play the game at the highest level. In order to do that, you got to push yourself past comfortability, and she's done that time and time again. Just really proud of her work ethic.
At this point in the season, what do you think best defines your team so far?
Our blue collar, it's not who gets the credit. It's about we get the results. And we're learning that, we're getting a lot of these individual accolades and the celebration is like, okay, thank you. But it's in the name of her, but we all are a part of it. Why? Because without the team, she wouldn't become. And so we are understanding that blue collar is the way we're gonna go. We would love when we get 4 people in double figures. We love when we get 3 people in double figure rebounds. We love to see a big person get 5 or 6 assists. If we can continue to understand blue collar and not let the noise affect us, like, oh, you listen, you're that, we can really be special. I think we're on the verge of that right now.
And for bracketology purposes, you guys are projected to make the tournament. Is that something that you keep an eye on, or what's kind of your thought
process? Not at all. It's too early. Right now we're letting people control our narrative because they say we're supposed to be. What if we go out there and win the rest of our games? They don't have to tell us anything. We're already doing what we're supposed to do. And so that's what we're trying to do is keep the noise down from the good stuff. Sometimes when you hear good, you kind of get your little, and when you hear bad, you drop your head. None of that matters. Let's our head down, tend to the sheep, and we're working hard to make that mirror proud. And if we continue to do that, we're going to have a really good chance to be special in March.
Coach, one of the things I've noticed this year from watching the team is that Angelica Velez has a different handshake with each one of her teammates. As a head coach, to see a player like that take the time to build such a unique bond with everyone on her team like that, how much does that mean?
I don't even notice what you're talking about. But there's all unique bonds because I see them in the airport. And I see them in hotels. I see them in the interaction as teammates in the locker room. I know that they have a special bond. It's not just Jello. It's all of them. The TikToks they do and all that girl stuff that's driving me bananas. But I love how they love on each other and they celebrate each other. And Jello is just one of the 15 players that do that.
How important is that bond off the court?
That's huge.
The team on the court.
I'm a coach that believes that you win in the locker room. You win off the court. How you respond off the court is indicative of what you do on the court. And this team is winning off the court. Their camaraderie is special.
You beat me to it a little bit. I was going to ask about some of those TikToks, just to see them after the game filming those, or even Olivia having a few of them go viral. You know, how fun is that as a coach to see, you know, the player being able to show their personality a little bit?
I think it's showing their personality in the gym. And so that's what I'm talking about. I'm 59, and so that doesn't make me feel like, you know, I might lose a recruit because I tell them that I don't watch their TikToks. I don't care. That's on you and your friends and stuff, and that's cool. And Liv does a great job of monitoring that stuff, so it won't get too crazy. But I just love that they love on each other and they have fun like that. Back then, we used to have fun by playing like card games and stuff. They do theirs in TikTok, and the world sees it. So I like it because they love it, you know, as long as it's clean and fresh. But I noticed that there's different people connecting with each other, and that's what warms my heart. It's just, you don't have a favorite sister, you have 14 others.
Coach, talking a little.
Yep. Oh, okay. Back to the basketball side of things. I wanted to ask about Shy, because after a couple games where she wasn't really playing all that much, she played 39 against Stanford, and then she got a really good run of minutes against UNC as well. So I was just kind of wondering what you've seen from her that's really impressed you over these past couple weeks.
Her work ethic, you know, it's just a simple thing. You got to get in the gym. You got to work hard. You got to have confidence. You got to believe that the mistake you made is not the ball. It's not your fault. The ball wasn't round enough. You didn't have enough air in it. The rim was crooked. You got to think of other things, the reason why your success isn't happening, not you, because when you start doubting yourself and losing what they call confidence, I mean, self-esteem is one thing. It starts with self. You got to believe that you belong and you can become. Confidence is nobody take your confidence. You can relinquish it. And Shy needs to continue to control her confidence and her ability, because that's my daughter. She's special. She's so special. She cares more about the team than even herself. But now, if she cares about the team, she has to give us more of her selfish behavior on the court. That means defend, get to the rim, score buckets, make free throws. And now she's understanding those words and what they really supposed to mean.
How have you helped her sort of develop that confidence over the course of this season?
Challenge her. I challenge her every day. I hug her hard off the court, and we push her hard on the court. Jordan.
Coach, Georgia Tech has a new coach, lost his 3 leading scorers from last season. Kind of what's been the point of emphasis this week in practice for tomorrow's game?
You know what? They're blue collar. They have unconventional talent. Their tallest person is the one that shoots the 3 ball in number 20. Their small person, thin rail like our Shy. She's the one that's passing the ball and had 18 rebounds one game. So we got to play Syracuse basketball. Shot goes up, we box everybody out. We respect everybody, and we fear no one. And I just think this coach has come from a special pedigree from Maryland. They went to Final Fours, and she's understanding that dynamic. She's been places we are trying to get to. So she's, to me, a more valued coach than I am in this conference. And so our goal is to respect her enough to give our best effort.
I just want to take you back to the moment that you found out about Shay. Can you just walk me through that process of how you discovered her and kind of how you got her here?
Blue collar stuff. You see a film on your computer, you follow it till it ends, and it just never ended. You know, it just, I see her, Coach Sharkey saw her, and then we follow the lead, and we just kept going through it. Coach Sharkey gets another job. I stayed on top of it, and we saw it through, and that's what our bracelet says every time we wear it, see it through. And we saw it to the end, and she ended up being here. And I think it's a God wing. I think she needed us, she needed me more than anything, and certainly we needed her here. She could just show you what women's basketball looks like when we work with that rev share, and we work with that, you know, what should I call that? The NIL. And so it means something. You know, can I recruit? Absolutely. I'm one of the best recruiters, in my opinion, in the country. But when it's even situation, if you put me at a disadvantage, we're going to still find people like Deasia Fair, Sierra Dillon, and Stephanie Reed. But it's going to be the rock that has to be turned over and over again. You put me even with everybody else, I can recruit with the best of them. Uche Edozie is one of the best players in the absolute country.
And, you know, in terms of like the NIL and the rev share, were there any like compilations that you guys had to go through, and how'd you kind of persevere through them if you did?
We're fighting every day. We're fighting to have this community understand Syracuse women's basketball is a viable option. We can have a destination here. I always say it's my city, it's our city. But it's no matter how much I passionately say it, if you guys in this community don't support me and help me and financially get behind what I'm trying to create here for the love of this great university, this great city, it's not even going to be possible for even me to continue at this level. We need more help. We are getting money taken away from us, but this community is one of the richest communities in the country. How I know? Because I did my work. We have about 37 billionaires in the surrounding area. How I know? Because I did my work. We have over 80 millionaires right here in the crevice of a 500-mile radius. All we're asking for is you to see what we're trying to do. See that we're a 3.362 overall GPA. See the character we display when you see the commercials of Syracuse women's basketball, and then see the results on the basketball court. If we can really honestly say that is great stuff, prove it. Help me find the next Uche and Xochitl.
And in terms of Uche's recruitment, like, how did you convince her that, you know, Syracuse was the place for her and that she needed you?
Well, I just talk about being a mother. I asked to talk to her mother. I asked permission to recruit her by the right person that bore her into this world. We talked to her agents. We communicated with people, and she looked me in my eyes and she saw sincerity, and I have not changed that. You know, we tell her the truth every day. You do some things good, you do some things poorly, and we're going to have to fix the poor, and we're going to enhance the good. And I think some people like that truth serum.
Any more questions for Coach?
I guess was the first
Last
time that
one.
you met her, like when she came to Syracuse, or when, like, how did you first meet her
Yeah, I
person?
met her at the airport, and the delayed flight, and the flight was it was a flight that came from I don't know, California. And when she came off the flight, realized that she was on the flight with her teammate, Maddie Potts, was on the same flight. They didn't even know it. They didn't even know each other. So that's kind of like a fun thing to think about. But yeah, my husband and I met her at the airport, like a family should, and we embraced, we hugged, we loved, and it continues.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys.